This conference will now be recorded.
Which is the one, sixth one, post register, huh?
Yes, sir.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, they have swagger also. We'll check from this one. Register, right?
Mm.
You know, right, how to run a swagger?
Swagger, no, sir. Today I will check
Okay,
and
so
I will.
yeah, so this is like swagger, okay? So
Okay.
what happens in other UI, and I mean browser, you can't test it, correct? Except get calls. So
Yes.
here you can test it also. Suppose you want to test register, you have a try it out there. Click on suppose I want to say try it out there. Just click on try it out. It will be like this cancel.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, you simply give your data and test it. So if it working here, it means it should work JMeter also. If not working here
Okay.
also, in JMeter also will get same error. Okay.
Okay.
So now
Okay.
whatever you're given, right? We'll try this data username. Okay, click on execute.
Okay.
Okay, so you got 400 here also.
Uh,
Okay, only defined user success registration. Okay, so it's fine because you're also getting 400 only.
yeah.
Okay, it's not with the or your script issue. Script is fine, but application itself is throwing like that.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Okay.
check for other. So what is the next one? Click on login, right?
Mm. Yes.
Login. What you have given?
The same data what
User.
it was there.
It has username also, no? Here, that's maybe it
Yes.
may be throwing error.
I have given username also, but that didn't work.
Okay, we don't have username here also.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. I think while creating register only you have to give, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so that's fine because application itself like that, no? That's okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Main thing is we have to know how our script you are able to write a script or not.
Okay.
Okay, that's clear,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yeah. So you can ignore other things. Okay, it's regarding now again. Hmm. Okay, let's continue our yesterday discussions. Yesterday, what we were discussing, so I will check with your thing only. Thread group, right? Thread group, we defined number of users, ramp up, loop,
Mm.
and three
Mm.
letters specified thread time. Okay, now left with the action to be taken after sampler error. Okay, so now what happens? Suppose you are running a script. Okay, suppose your login fails, right? So what
Mm.
what JMeter doesn't know that fail or pass. It will keep on executing the things. Correct?
Okay. Yes.
So in that case, if you check the error percentage, you will see 100% errors because login is failed due to the login. All other APIs are failed. So
Mm.
that's not real error percentage, right? That is due to scripting issue or so login failed, other things also fail. That's not real issues.
Mm.
So generally, if we saw errors means if the application not able to handle the load, then we are getting the errors. Then that's a real error for us.
Okay.
Correct. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Now in this case, now if you can't say 100% the application is failed now because due to the login, other things also failed as the dependency.
Okay.
Okay. So we
Okay.
shouldn't calculate those errors. So and in that case, na either I mean, so what we'll do when our login fails, we have to stop the execution so that we'll get only proper error.
Okay.
Or suppose if you say you are doing payment, suppose add to cart or something failed, so you don't have to go for payment calls.
Mm.
So in that case, when I have dependency and you want to, we want to reduce the error percentage properly, then we can't do right in the manually. Because in Beam, suppose you're running for script for 100 user, 200 user, 1 lakh, how will know in between like login fails, you can't stop the script, huh? So that's where we have this option. So what is the
Okay.
option? Action to be taken after sampler error. Sampler means what is sampler?
Load thread group.
API, our
Load
HTTP request,
API.
right?
API.
Sampler.
Yeah. Mm.
So it means whenever API got failed, what has to be action taken?
Okay.
Okay. Now let's see for our script only. Okay. So here, suppose see now anyway we got 5, 6 are failing, right?
Yes.
5, 6, 9. Okay. Now we'll discuss this scenario only. Ideally, what I will do now, if I give some dummy server name, so that will also fail. Now, if I give something here, what is the 4, right? If I run the script again, I mean to check or to test the functionality, 4 is also failed because of unknown host name.
Mm.
So instead of that, now I will take your scenario only so that we don't have to create these error scenarios. Okay. So
Okay.
now, yeah, 5, 6, 9 are failing, correct?
Yes.
Okay, 5, 6, 9 are failing. So what I have given here, action by default, continue. Continue
Mm.
means if there is an error, just continue the next steps also.
Okay.
That's why it continued 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Mm.
Got it
Okay.
right?
Understood. Got it.
Yeah. So just by default, I means we
Mm.
have to execute. I mean, there is some scenarios like even though there is no dependency, if you want to can continue, you'll go with this.
Yes.
Okay. With
Mm.
dependency, we'll choose other options. As without dependency, it's okay. Then we go with the continue option.
Okay.
Mm, okay. Suppose if I give 1 lakh also, if I give in infinite also, it will continue only.
Mm.
Okay. Now let's see other option. If you check the other option, what is this? Start next thread loop. It means whenever there is an error, okay, stop that transaction, that flow, and look for other iteration, other loop. Okay, now let's run again. So what happened now?
It will stop there.
Six script got stopped. See,
Yeah.
it got stopped because it got detected error and stopped. And why it got stopped? Because what we kept here start next thread loop. It means I'm saying that if there is error, stop the flow, go for next loop. So how many loops we have here?
Only one.
That's why it stopped. Suppose if I give 2, now let's see what happens. Hello. Yeah.
Hello. Sir.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So what happening is, so if I given two here,
Hmm.
two means there is two loops.
Two loops.
So what happens if I run now? See, one, two, three, four, five. Again, it started from
Okay.
new loop.
Yes.
It haven't executed 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hmm.
Okay, and again it got detected
Okay.
error. It stopped it.
Okay.
Okay, so why it is right? Sometimes na, if server is down,
Ah,
application down, second time, third time it may work. So
okay.
that's why we'll do this option. Okay, first time it will. Let's try from again from the first one, second time, so that script may work.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Now this for two loop, right? If I give you two users, three users, what will happen?
Everything will stop at a request by all three users.
Yeah, same thing will repeat for all three
Ah,
users because loop is for one single user, right?
yeah.
So same thing will repeat for all three users. Okay, so let's run and see.
Okay.
See, everything got five, getting five, and they are getting for other users.
Hmm.
Okay, that's the next thread loop. Loop means whenever there are error, stop the flow, and if there is an extra loop, go for it.
Okay.
Okay, now let's put
Okay.
again one, one, one. Next word, let's see what option is stop thread. Stop thread means stop the particular user only, entire user. Now let's run again. See, so what happened? It stopped it till five. So it's same scenario,
Hmm.
right? Loop also because there is only one loop. Now if I give it
Okay.
three here, see, stop at five. It continued for next loop one. It didn't continue for next loop as well.
Okay.
Earlier, what happened in this case?
Hmm.
It started for next loop, but
Hmm.
here it is stopping the whole user. Even though you give 1 lakh loop count, it won't run. It is stopping the particular user.
Okay.
Previous case is in a user, it will
Hmm.
stop the loop. This case, it will stop whole user. You understood, right? Slowly. In a continue,
Yeah.
it ignore
Hmm.
everything. In loop,
Hmm.
now user level. Got it? Now if I run with four users, so it same thing will happen. See? For four users, started script, whenever got error, it stop.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's see other option. Stop test. Stop test means it will stop the entire test.
Okay.
See, loop level, user level, now test level.
Hmm.
I mean here, stop thread means if out of 10 users, if one user got the error, it will stop that one user only.
Okay.
But in the stop test, out of 10 users, if any one user got detected error, it will stop entire test. Let's run and see. See, it detected error, it stopped
Hmm.
immediately entire test.
Yes.
So to understand much better now, if I give some gap,
Ah,
so ramp up means slow, right?
yeah.
So now we'll see. This time now it won't execute this much of times. Because initially only it got the error, it will stop the script only. See? Because we have more ramp up, no? User to user gap is there. But
Hmm.
so coming to next user, but it got detected error, it stopped the entire script.
Okay.
Okay? This is stop
Hmm.
test. Now stop test now. So stop test now is nothing but immediately it will stop it. because all these cases na before
Hmm.
cases when yeah. So JMeter will continue the existing script, then only it will stop the script.
Okay.
Okay. But stop test now means it will stop immediately. So whatever the container right, they will also get failed because whenever script is running and if you stop forcibly na, the pending things right, the request which is waiting for server, those things will get failed because it is waiting and we stop it forcibly. Now let's see.
Yes.
See now we don't see any error because it is running with one user. Now I mean there no more gap is there na. Now we will give one.
Hmm.
Now we will see. See, 4 is also failed because we stopped in
Yes.
between.
Okay.
User 1, user 2, user 3, all 4 are running parallelly. On one user got data error, it will stop
Hmm.
immediately. So when we stop 4 immediately, that's why 4 got failed. Otherwise, 4 should pass, right?
Yes.
Hmm. So when a very emergency, I mean, if we can't continue the script, in that cases only we'll go for this option. Otherwise, you'll go for stop thread
Okay.
based on your script, based on your requirement.
Okay.
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 So that's the third group. You able to see the screen, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's clear now. Thread group.
Yes. Clear.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, now we'll discuss this component one by one, right? So now let's go to assertions. What is assertion?
Validations. True or
Mm,
false.
uh, uh, to check your response is properly coming or not,
Hmm.
right? So when you're running the script, will check manually whether whatever we requested the API. Suppose in this case, now what we are checking here. So we'll go to the response. We'll check. Okay, yeah, we got this data or not.
Okay.
Okay, this data or not. This data or not. Secreted or not. Like this. Then only we confirm our script is
Hmm.
passed. So two cases. One is your response code should be 200, 201, what are expecting. But along with that, we have to check this also because we can't believe only this response code because sometimes with the error message also they might give 200. So
Okay.
JMeter by default, see by default it's throwing error because you got 400 here other than
Okay.
200. So by default, JMeter will throw this if your response code is not 200.
Okay.
But sometimes even though you got 200, whatever here could be some error message.
Oh.
So at that time you can't believe, right? You can't say, okay, we got 200, script is pass. Okay. So
Okay.
that's the case where we'll go, our assumption will work. Okay. Just second. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
how we will add assertion? Suppose I want to check for, let me keep this continue so that a script won't go 111. Okay. So let's say in the view request one only, I want to verify. Okay. So how will add the first assertion? Right click, add assertion, response assertion, first one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So now here you will see apply to. Apply to means on which thing you have to apply this assertion. Main by default main sample means the main API. Main and subsamples means sometimes it will be say, suppose you are seeing only one request, right? Sometimes it will redirect.
Okay.
Okay, internally only. That's
Uh,
we can see here. So that will call subsamples.
mm.
Subsample. So in that case, I have to put main. See how we suppose if you see hit Google dot suppose you day Google dot US, right? Assume that what will happen? It will redirect to Google dot co dot in because you're in India, so it will write to India servers.
Mm.
Like that's a redirection. So if you have a redirection, you'll put main and subsamples. Otherwise, put main only.
Okay.
Otherwise, you want to put only redirection and subsamples.
Okay.
Okay, in this case, main. Now, next is field to test. Which field you want to test? Okay, so first thing is I'll test my body, text response. Okay, so here I want to check whether, see, I told you right, instantly you have to pick up a proper one.
JSON.
Yeah, exact one, so that we'll get to know your script is working. Because sometimes, na, here, see, for the failures, see, you got error. I mean, some bracket like these things, like missing
Yes.
username, missing email. So if you
Mm.
keep username, na, this will also pass because username is there.
Okay. Mm.
Understood, right? So we have to put a proper assertion such that we'll get to know, okay, script is there.
Mm.
So how we will put here, I can put this total because if it's failed, now we won't get a total message,
Okay.
right? So I'll simply
Yes.
copy, Control C. I'll come to my assertion, and here I'll simply add from clipboard or paste it manually.
Okay.
Okay, and pattern match will keep substring default. Okay, now let's run and see. One minute, it got failed. Okay, okay. It is substring, so let's keep 12 only.
Okay.
Okay. See, in JMeter, it will showcase only in case of errors. If it is a pass,
Okay.
now it won't show. It's pass. It's pass.
Mm.
Okay. Now let's move to make sure it's working or not, right? Assertion. So what I will do, I will give a dummy server name so that we won't get the 12, right?
Yes.
Now let's run. See, it's failed. Okay, okay. So it is unknown host. So okay, that's got different error. Okay. I will give some here, some number. Okay, so that it is a proper one. Hmm. Oh, okay. We are getting the data. Okay, let me put here wrong value. Okay, let me put 600 some value. Okay,
Okay.
because to check the error asserts now, we should have a error case. Then only this will be triggered. Correct.
Mm.
That's what I'm
Yes.
trying. Okay, now it's failed. And if I expand here, it shows response assertion. It says text expected to contain 6999.
Okay.
Got it right? So if it is if we got the response and if we didn't get our expected value, it will fail like that way. So even though we
Okay.
got 200, JMeter will make this as a fail.
Okay.
Okay, like this you can assert anything here. Suppose if I want to know top is right, if my topos is coming here means it should pass.
Okay.
So we'll simply remove this value and paste value and run the script. So it passed. So
Oh,
it will display error only, I mean, it will display assertion error only. It doesn't have that value, whatever we expected.
okay.
Right? Now, suppose if you see here, what is there? Suppose in the, let me put a wrong one. Okay, it got failed, and if you see assertion, see text field expected, this number is there. But
Okay.
in the real time now, some other people are running, they might not understand these things. Because you are the want of the script, you understand. But someone will
Mm.
run, right? They might not understand. So what you'll do? So you'll put a custom valid message. In the come
Okay.
down, you see custom failure message. So I'll
Mm.
put here says uh, response doesn't have anything, whatever you understand, doesn't have. Okay, response doesn't have this number. I mean, you can write any custom value so that everyone will get to know why it got failed.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now let's run a script. So it got failed, and if you click here, see response doesn't have
Mm.
total number 888.
Okay.
Hmm, got it right?
Got it.
So like this way, this response assertion, you can do this. Okay. So now this is a message. I mean, you want to confirm. Now there is chances that no, sometimes you have to validate your response code also.
Okay.
Right? We don't know, right? Requirement come anyway.
Mm.
So we
Yes.
have to be ready, or we have to be no idea. Whatever the requirement, we should able to write the script. Okay. So that's why we have to go option one by one. If you see response code, what field to test? If you select field to test response code, and if we're expecting, suppose I'll give here some 300,000. Okay, if I run the script now, it will pass or it will fail.
It will fail.
Because it is
200.
giving 200, but what we are
200.
expecting,
300.
we are expecting 3000, and we give the same number, na? That's what it's giving here.
Yes.
Suppose if I remove this assertion,
Mm.
if I run the script, see it failed, and now it has, see, code expected to contain 3000.
Mm.
Okay, so like this, you can assert anything. Response message. Response message means, so this message, suppose you're getting okay or not.
Okay.
Okay, and response headers. So in the response headers means if you go to request response data, response headers, in this you want some asset.
Okay.
Whatever we are doing, right, you can assert anything.
Mm.
Same way request headers. Request header means whatever we're sending na, from along with
Mm.
request. This request headers. Same URL sample. URL sample means if you want assert the URL, whatever if you are sending this URL, na, the request body, use
Mm.
this URL. Okay, and with the data, you can put a request data. Like this, you can do assertion. Now, suppose you're doing a negative validation. Negative validation means what you're expecting. You should, I mean, you expect a failing test, right? Because negative data, negative test case. So
Mm.
in that case, I should suppose a response code only. So what I'll do, I should not get 200, right? I should not get.
Yes.
So how my assertion will work? By default, what assertion will do? It will check the 200 is coming or not, right?
Yeah.
So this case, I mean, this assertion won't work, right? For negative cases.
Yes.
So I want to verify oppositely.
Mm.
So that case we have a not option.
Okay.
If we put not, na, it means it
Mm.
shouldn't get 200. Except 200, it should get anything. Now let's see. See, it got failed. Says that code expect not to contain 200, but it has 200.
Okay.
So not means negative, reverse.
Hmm.
So it will apply to everything, right? Now, same if you see here, pattern matching rules, we kept a substring.
Hmm. Yes.
Substring means it will look for any part of the any part.
Okay.
Okay, but there's sometimes right there's some like things you should exact match. Then you'll put a equals. If it's some numbers, then put a matches. So like that it will vary based on a requirement. You can choose by default, but substring will be enough.
Okay.
Okay. So now let me remove this not. So what is why I'm expecting 200, right? That's a basic one. So now I want to assert this 200 for all my requests.
Yes.
Okay. So then I can't add for each and every request, right? Okay, right click add, right click add, right click add. I can't do that. Now I have one or two I'll do that, but I have 100 APIs.
Hmm.
I can't add, right? So what I will do, right? I can put this assertion in the thread group level.
Okay.
Okay, if you see the level, right?
Hmm.
So I just drag it out of from request one to outside thread group level. So it means one of this common level, it will apply to everything. Say clear and run. Okay, say 201 it got, but expecting
Okay.
200 it got failed.
Hmm.
Okay, 4 and 5 204, but you're expecting 200 got failed.
Hmm.
So like this, I mean, assume that your script is completely giving 200 in all success cases, then we'll put in a global level so that you don't have to add each and every request.
Okay.
I mean, common things, right?
Uh,
Like suppose this is our APS, we are getting this different one, 204, 201, like that, 400, 4 and these are expected, 9 and 404, 10, 201.
hmm.
Okay, but assume that if script common generally 200 or anything common thing like welcome username is there, no? Like a home
Ah.
page, common thing, then you put in a global assertion so that it will apply to all the levels. You don't have to add each and thing manually.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, so that's the response
Okay.
assertion, right? So now most of the times it got me response also, right? Right, it's
Yes.
somewhere let's see other use case of assertion, add assertion. Okay, so now let's discuss more JSON. Okay, suppose see it's response body, right? So now what happened if I give this 12, I mean this line, right? It won't work because it always look for single words.
Okay.
Okay, suppose now I want to look for this 12. I mean, I want to look if I give 12 na, so where
Hmm.
or 12 is there, it will pass.
Yes.
Right. See, here also I have ID 12 is there. If I give 12 here,
Hmm.
it will also, I mean, if it got here or here, it will get pass only.
Hmm.
In that case, that's not our requirement. Huh? So I have to check only my total is 12 or not.
Hmm.
Like it's kind of JSON, right? So
Yes.
in that case, now we can use JSON assertion.
Okay.
JSON assertion means we can use key and value assertion.
Hmm.
Okay, so to do JSON assertion, let me right click, add assertion. To do JSON assertion, first we have to write JSON path.
Okay.
How we write a regular expression, right? Same way we have to
Hmm.
write JSON expression.
Oh.
Okay, let's see what is JSON expression. So by default, dollar represents your entire JSON response.
Hmm.
Just click on find. Sorry, not here. So yeah. So To test regular expression, what we did, we use regular expression tester, right here. Regular
Yes.
expression. Same thing now
Hmm.
you have to test JSON expression. You have to use JSON expression tester or JSON path tester.
Hmm.
If I give dollar here, see it got entire body.
Yes.
Dollar represents it will take entire everything into ever this object.
Okay.
Okay. Now if you see dollar means from this to this part. So now
Hmm.
what I need total, right? So
Yes.
total is inside this bracket.
Hmm.
It's one of the child. It's one of the element, right? Now what I'll do, dollar dot means it will come to inside step.
Okay.
Okay. If I give total
Hmm.
test, see I got 12.
12.
So this is my JSON expression.
Hmm.
So what I will do now, if I use this expression right in my JSON assertion, it will look
Hmm.
for only this field, whether total is getting 12 or not anywhere.
Okay.
This is like pakka, right? I mean, compulsory it will pass.
Hmm.
Suppose if I want to check my 6, right? Now what I'll do this per page test. See, I got 6.
Okay.
Okay. Now I want to test this ID. So if I give ID, it will work or not?
There are so many IDs.
No, even
ID
though
7, ID 6.
if I click on test, see, it won't work because
No,
where
no.
is ID? It's inside a JSON array. If you see the square bracket,
Uh,
right? It is a
uh,
JSON array. So where our
yes.
dollar dot represents only till data part only. The level.
Okay.
ID is inside data. Correct. Suppose
Hmm.
if I give data here, dollar dot data. Okay. So
Okay.
data is nothing but enter data. JSON. If you see
Hmm.
that this is JSON array.
Hmm.
Okay. Now data. Now where is the ID? Inside ID, right? Inside ID, right? Inside data, right? So now I'll
Inside.
give dollar data dot ID.
Okay.
Why it not match? Because it is not directly, right? It's a array.
Yes.
Because if you see the brackets, you have to look at these brackets
Hmm.
only. Square bracket is a array. Inside the array, it has one JSON element
Hmm.
object. Okay, now what I have to do? Data of 0
Okay.
means first set.
First
Now
row.
it will come to here. 0
Hmm.
means. Now if I dot ID, see you got 7.
Okay.
You know, right? JSON array, JSON object. Do you know that?
Yeah. Jason, a little bit I have idea.
Okay, I'll see. Whenever you see the square brackets, na, this is
Uh,
complete one JSON object. Entire.
okay.
Okay, in JSON object. Now, see, this is an object, this is one of JSON element.
Okay.
Data is also again is not element, this is object because inside is something is there, this is object.
Hmm.
Inside data you have again square bracket. It means JSON array.
Hmm.
Multiple of JSONs is called JSON array because this is also JSON, right? So multiple of JSONs are there. It's a JSON array.
Hmm.
It is if you take this as whole thing, it's one JSON object. And if
Hmm.
you see this is also JSON object only, correct? The small one, this set. But
Yes.
multiple of JSON objects is called JSON array. Okay, that's
Okay.
why you have to give like this. Suppose if there is no JSON array, na, then you can see data.id directly, like how we
Hmm.
did for dot total. Suppose if I give here one data one means second object.
Hmm.
So now what should you get? What should you get? What should you get output if I click on test?
8. 8.
8. So like this, you can assert exact thing.
Hmm.
In the response assertion, it's a common one. I mean, whenever small things, easy one, you can do that. But whenever getting
Hmm.
like this JSON responses, then you have to use JSON assertion only.
Okay.
That assertion will work on like kind of HTML.
Hmm.
HTML is nothing, is the normal one only.
Yes.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay.
So when if a response is JSON, you have to go JSON expression. If a response is HTML, go for response assertion.
HTML.
Okay. Now let's take this one only. So I want to check my second object ID is 8 or not.
Mm.
So when you finalize the expression, right? You're good, right? How to write JSON expressions? Or do you want to repeat?
JSON exp. What, sir? I
This
didn't understand.
expressions. No, are you
Uh,
now you are good with this expression? How you will write? How you do? I mean, how you can understand? Or okay, shall I repeat the expression again?
expression I understood.
Understood, right? Now let's say,
Yeah,
now tell
understood.
me, let's maximize this. Okay, now tell me, I want to check my URL. Now tell me the expression.
Mm, dollar dot support
Hmm.
of zero dot URL.
Dollar dot support
Support of
hmm,
zero dot URL.
zero dot URL.
URL.
No match. Why are given zero here?
Oh, only okay.
There is no error, right?
There is
No
no
square
error.
bracket.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
We
you
can
have to give support dot URL.
URL.
See? Got it.
Okay.
Okay. Now tell me for this Rachel email.
Okay.
So you have
Dollar
to go
dot
from first one.
uh,
Dollar dot
data
data
of 12
of 12
dot email.
dot no match. Why?
Mm.
Why I given 12 there?
ID is 12. That means I thought it's a 12th row.
No. Let's count.
It's
This is the
okay,
first
okay.
one, zero.
First,
Zero, right? First one, zero.
0.
Okay. This is a 1,
1.
8. Okay. 9
Uh,
is 2.
2.
10 is 3.
3.
11 is the 4.
4.
12 is the 5.
Five. I thought it starts, the ID started with 0.
Hmm. Okay, now we got the email.
Uh,
Okay. It's clear, right? So now let's
it's
go
clear.
to this one only. Copy this. So whenever finalize your expression, right? Copy, Control C, go to your
Mm.
assertion, and here you will keep this value. So now, yeah, now we have two things. See, assert JSON path exits
Mm.
means it will check whether really the email path is there or not. First one.
Okay.
I mean, it's not value, but that email key is there or not. In the data dot fifth
Mm.
object,
Mm.
the email key is there or not. But apart from that, we want to assert the value also, right? So we click on this check
Mm.
mark.
Mm.
So what is the expected value here? We should get this email, rachel.howell.remail, right?
Mm.
Control C, assertion, just paste here, expected value.
Okay.
Okay, now let's run and see. I will disable this one
Mm.
because it will not,
Mm.
I mean, currently will disable this. So you can see disable. So instead of
Okay.
deleting, right, in JMeter you can disable also. If you delete, right,
Okay.
you will lose all your things. So if you don't
Mm.
want to work as of now, you can disable so that it will be there, but it won't affect.
Okay.
So what are the common right click, enable,
Disable.
disable.
Mm.
Okay, now let's run the script. You can put a normal text one. See, it got passed. because
Pass.
it is there.
Yes.
Suppose if I given some dummy email here, now let's run.
Mm.
See, it failed.
Failed.
Says JSON has failed. It says value expected regular
Mm.
expression this one, but they don't match this
Mm.
email. So this is what actual and this is what expected.
Okay.
Okay. So if
Mm.
ever as response is JSON, you use JSON
Mm.
assertion. Same
Okay.
as if you want reverse, right? You can put this inward assertion. Not.
Mm. Okay.
I mean, it shouldn't be there like that.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Clear now? Response assertion, JSON assertion.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's see other assertion. Right click, add assertion, size assertion. So now we are dealing with only just responses, right? I mean, small data.
Yes.
So that I mean, we're not getting download anything, no? Just small data only.
Mm.
If you see size here, what is size
Yes.
in bytes here? 1755 means 1.7 KB. Correct?
Okay. Yes.
Yes. So no, but whenever you are browsing a file or downloading a file or you are uploading a file, so in that case now this size in bytes will have heavy one like 5 MB or 1 MB based on their content.
Mm.
Suppose you're downloading a file, so your size in bytes is like it's like this value, no? It means it not downloaded properly.
Okay.
To confirm, right? It's really downloaded, so it will
Mm.
be like 1 MB, 2 MB.
Mm.
So in that case, you want to assert the size. So then go for size assertion. So what
Okay.
I will do, I'll just keep suppose size in bytes, right? I will give
Mm.
6,000. I will be
Mm.
expecting less than 6,000.
Okay.
It's in the one of the use case. Okay.
Mm.
Now if you run a script, see it got passed because what is my size here?
Yes. Less than
1743.
6,000. Mm.
6,000. That's why it got passed. Let's assume that if I give 100, I'm expecting less than 100.
Yes.
Or
It will
let's
fail.
say I'm expecting anything, right? To greater
Mm.
than 7,000.
Okay.
Now what will happen? It will pass or fail?
Fail.
It's fail. See, it failed. Says that the result
Mm.
was wrong. So it was 1745 better, but should not have been greater than 7,000.
Yes.
So this way you can do size assertion. See, why we are
Okay.
discussing everything, na? Suppose
Mm.
someone was, oh, we can do like that, then we should say, okay, we have size assertion, we can do this. I mean, you can do
Okay.
assert anything in JMeter.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, add assertion. Suppose now, what is our main thing in the I mean, perform testing? Want to check whether our script is getting a good response times or not, right?
Yes.
What is our response time here? The load time. Correct.
Load
The
time.
load time is response time. So what we got? We
Mm.
got 103 milliseconds. By default in JMeter, everything is in milliseconds only.
Okay.
Okay. So now I want to assert this value.
Mm.
I want to my script is really working or not, right? See, these
Yes.
assertions are secondary. The
Mm.
comparing on, but it is the main, no? That's where we have a duration assertion. Add assertion, duration assertion.
Okay.
So what I'm expecting? I'm expecting my response should be less than suppose 1 second. By default dividing millisecond. See millisecond.
Yeah. Okay.
1,000 means 1 second, right?
1 second.
Milliseconds it means milliseconds into 1,000 will give you seconds. Correct.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So now let's run and see. See, size doesn't fail, but other assertions are passed.
Yes.
Okay, because it we got what is our response time here? 134 milliseconds. So what you are
134.
expecting? 1,000
3,000.
is passed. Suppose if I give 100,
Mm.
means I'm expecting my response should be 100 milliseconds. So what will
Mm.
happen now?
Failed.
Fail. Why? Because see, if you see, it got pass. Oh, it got 85.
8. Mm.
What I have given 100, right? So it got pass. Let me
100.
give 20. to make sure it fails. If you see here, see two versions fail, size and duration. Click on
Duration.
duration, it says the operation lasted too long. It took 175 milliseconds, but should not have lasted long 20 milliseconds.
Okay.
Okay, it's clear, right?
Okay.
Duration assertion.
Clear.
Yeah. So, uh, assertion. Okay. So, like this, we have other assertions also. I mean, this is not much
Okay.
important. Okay,
Hmm.
but these are main. Okay. So, we'll stop for today. And your
Hmm.
homework is just practice all these assertions, and along with
Okay.
this, some extra three or four, whatever we haven't discussed in the class, like
Okay.
HTML,
Uh,
okay, XML, kind of. If you
okay.
are not able to find, what you will do?
Uh,
I told you, right? Control H. Suppose
okay.
you are working for a assertion called compare, and if you are not able
Hmm.
to get it, so what you will do? Simply Control H.
Control H.
Okay, then just go through this and understand.
Okay.
Okay, because in class, right, we can't cover all the things.
Yes.
We cover some main important, so other things will be like
Uh,
similar only. Little bit change. See
oh,
size. You understood, right? What is the differences?
yes.
Okay, okay. So then we'll
Okay.
continue tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
For in which site, sir?
You can do
Same
anything,
regular
anything,
in the site.
anything, anything. Just
Hmm.
look for the assertions only.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay then. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Hi.